true they are afraid of bees, they are not afraid of mice. That's one of those old myths we learned from cartoons that's not actually true. Now, it's true they don't love mice. They don't really like anything scurrying around in front of them. It kind of messes with their sense of balance. But if a mouse is just sort of hanging off to the side, not really doing a whole lot, the elephants don't really mind. Alrighty, now we are going to get to the highlight of the safari here in just a moment. The reason many of you probably rode the safari today, and because it's me, this sounds like the setup to a joke, but it's not, because I do see 3 more elephants, including our newborn baby elephant here in just a moment. She's doing that little ear flappy thing. She's just about 4 months old. We're very excited to have her here. Now, in addition to being absolutely adorable, she is a record setter for herself. She is our first elephant grandchild. So she was, of course, born here. And then her mother was also born here. She was actually the first elephant to be born here in Animal Kingdom. So she is the first of her generation. Very excited to see her, and very, very exciting that she is so close. Always, certainly the highlight of my being able to see her. Also here on the left, the flamboyance of greater flamingos. Yes, that is the actual name for a group of flamingos, a flamboyance. Now, when flamingos are first born, they're actually kind of a drab grayish color. They turn that famous shade of pink thanks to all the brine shrimp they like to eat. Brine shrimp is very heavy in something called beta-carotene, and the more that they eat, the pinker they become. Let's get another real quick view of baby as we head on down here. Now you might be wondering, why do flamingos only stand on one leg? Well, if so, keep wondering, because nobody really knows. Now, there are a couple of hypotheses. Some believe that it helps with blood flow to their legs. Others believe that it makes them more agile, so more easily turn around, grab more shrimp. And others believe that's just a way for them to rest the other leg. That way neither one gets too tired. Now, earlier today we saw the black rhino. Over here on the left, these are their larger cousins, the white rhinos. Now, their name actually has nothing to do with their color. It comes from a misunderstanding of the Afrikaans word fight, which means wide. It refers to their wide snouts, which are wider than the black rhinos. Also, unlike the black rhinos, as you see here, white rhinos are very social animals. In groups of anywhere from about 2 up to 10, all hanging out together. And a group of rhinos is called a crash. Crash of rhinos. They're beautiful animals, not the most graceful. And I notice all these rhinos, they look pretty dirty. Well, it's very much intentional on their part. See, rhinos have very sensitive skin. They're very easily sunburnt. So what they'll do, they'll roll around in the mud, get all nice and dirty. And the mud will act sort of like a natural form of sunscreen to help keep their skin safe on a sunny day like today. I don't think I have time for another rhino story, and I don't, because instead we're going to talk about the cheetah that is off to our left, hanging out back there by the tree line. Now, cheetah is pretty famously the fastest animals on land. They can get up to about 60 miles an hour, about 100 kilometers an hour at top speed. However, they can't really maintain that speed for too long, usually just a few seconds or so. And it takes them almost 30 minutes just to recover, so they don't like to go that fast if they can avoid it. Now, cheetahs are pretty unique among big cats. For one thing, they do most of their hunting during the daytime. Most other big cats are nocturnal hunters. In fact, we think that's why they have those patches of black fur around their eyes. It kind of helps reduce the glare of the sun, almost like athletes wearing eye black. They also have non-retractable claws, so their claws are always out and ready. In fact, their paws are actually more similar to that of a dog rather than a cat. And they're also the only species of big cats that cannot roar, although they can purr. And it's adorable.